This is Stocks and Crypto Insiders by NENC. Quick update on a major legal shock that matters for markets and portfolios. A federal appeals court has just invalidated most of the 2025 tariffs imposed under emergency powers. The ruling targets the administration's use of IEEPA to levy broad import duties. That's a constitutional rebuke and a live market event. Here's what traders should care about. First, the court framed the issue as separation of powers. Judges said IEEPA was meant for sanctions and export controls, not sweeping import taxes. Tariff setting is primarily Congress's job unless a statute explicitly delegates that power. Second, not every duty was struck down. Sector-specific levies, like some steel and aluminum measures tied to different statutes, remain in effect for now. But the core broad-based reciprocal tariffs covering many imports are legally vulnerable. Immediate market mechanics. Futures moved on the headline. Exporters, industrials, autos and retail names were most sensitive in early trade. These sectors had baked tariff-driven price cushions and higher input costs into business models. A court reversal could reprice margins and earnings expectations over weeks and months. Also watch yields and the dollar. If refunds are ordered or fiscal exposure rises, bond markets could reprice risk. Higher expected refunds increase deficit worries and could push yields up, which typically pressures long-duration growth stocks and lifts value cyclicals. Crypto and risk flows matter too. Reduced tariff certainty tends to lift risk appetite, which can boost Bitcoin and large-cap altcoins as funds rotate into risk assets. But if litigation stretches and fiscal implications grow, expect short-lived crypto volatility as traders hedge into stablecoins and safe haven assets. For companies and importers, the practical impact is operational chaos. Treasury has collected roughly $142 billion through July from these contested levies. If courts void the duties, importers may seek retroactive refunds, a complex legal and accounting mess that could take years to settle. Supply chains face mixed outcomes. On one hand, the return of tariff certainty could lower input costs for manufacturers and retailers, improving margins. On the other hand, delayed refunds and ongoing uncertainty could stall inventory replenishment and delay capital spending decisions. Diplomatically, the ruling eases some pressure with trading partners. The levies had provoked threats of retaliation and WTO challenges. But as long as appeals continue and the administration considers alternative authorities, uncertainty for partners will persist. What happens next legally? The appeals court allowed the tariffs to remain temporarily while the government seeks further review. Expect a likely Supreme Court petition and extended litigation over remedies and refunds. Congress may also move to clarify or redefine executive authority on trade, a politically difficult path. For markets, plan scenarios, not predictions. Scenario 1. Courts void the tariffs and refunds proceed. Import-reliant sectors recover slowly as margins normalize and some stocks re-rate higher. Scenario 2. Appeals succeed or alternative legal tools are deployed. Policy unpredictability remains and risk premia stay elevated, favoring defensive sectors. If you trade or invest, practical steps now. Keep position sizes manageable around trade-sensitive names. Watch yields, the dollar and sector rotation. Industrials and autos could lead a rebound if tariff pressure eases, and hedge macro exposure with short-duration bonds or cash. Now a quick question for you. Which sector would you trade first if tariffs are reversed? Autos, retail, industrials, or tech? Drop a one-line answer in the comments. We read them and feature top replies. If this helped, subscribe to Stocks and Crypto Insiders by NENC. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. Hit subscribe and ring the bell for alerts. A final market note. Volatility may spike as legal filings, Treasury guidance, and appeals unfold. Traders should expect headline-driven moves and fast reversals until the courts or Congress bring clarity. We'll monitor filings, Treasury guidance on collections, and any official word on refund procedures. Check the description for source links to court orders and major outlet coverage. Thanks for watching Stocks and Crypto Insiders by NENC. Stay informed and trade carefully.